Hey everybody, not making too many videos, but I want to just remind everybody what we have at the moment in the shop, my bikes. This is the 41 factory custom two-tone. This is Jade. Custom original paint with chrome package. This is Greenie 40. This is the custom original paint with chrome package 40 police bike. This is Skyway Blue. Call this one Old Blue here. This bike was encased in grease by the original owners for decades. Nice original paint machine. I've actually ridden this bike. I've run 3 tanks of gas through it at Wasion. Went 20 miles on it here. Discovered once I got up to speed that it's tracking a little off. Got back home, picked everything up. I can barely turn the front fork. It's never been apart, it's never been serviced. I put about 1,000 miles on this one before the motor finally gave up the ghost. Billowing clouds of smoke as I fired up. I haven't fired those two up yet for a reason. Now, we're going to show you a little something else. Those bikes aren't mine, so if enough requests to talk about them appear on the channel, we'll make a video about them if the owner okays it. They're not my bikes. Here's Mr. Bill, still waiting so I can properly address the chassis how I want to do it. Properly double check the motor and tranny here that Duncan built for me, so I'm happy with it before I put them in. I put about 1,000 miles on the 38. I can put it back together and fire it up tomorrow. Why don't I do that? Well, we're going to show you. We're going to show you exactly why. Okay. This bike here, I was hoping I could at least get it to go boopity boopity boop and go around the swap meet. The more I get into it, the more I discover it's like, man, this bike's right. I'm all apart. Oh my God. I mean, it kicks over, but just because I can get it to fire up does not mean anymore is a good idea. This bike sat somewhere between the daughter of the doctor got this bike. She told me, well, I was 14 when my dad got it and I was there. So I would have put it about 72 or 73. And they didn't remember, she didn't remember how long they rode it. They parked it because the coil went bad. But I don't think the doctor wrote it too long because it's just too age seized. And it sat in an environment where everything degraded. When the doctor got it, I saw a photo. When the doctor bought it from the original owner, it was like brand new still. So the old man who bought it new took really good care of it, and the doctor wrote it and put it aside and forgot about it. But he kept it. So it's got to come down. Just because you put gas and oil and fire something does not make it a good idea. And we're going to show you why. We're going to show you why right now. Now, all my bikes have been pretty much sitting for a very, very long period of time. Or ridden a little bit after sitting for a very long period of time. You just don't know whether it's going to be a couple thousand miles or 4 or 5 miles for what I'm going to show you happens. I'm going to read this. Kenneth L. Henderson on the Facebook Harley Davidson 74-inch 85 heads group says, was your day as awesome as mine? I finally got my 40U model running this morning. It was a find that had not run for 20 years or so. Spent some time checking things out and repaired a few items so it would start right up. Today was the local bike blessing poker run, even though I was finishing things up and missing the sign. And I wanted to do the shakedown run on the shakedown, he says, on the poker run. Close to home, longest leg 12 miles, help available if needed. About 5 miles into the third leg, I started to lose power. Luckily, I remember my cousin Jimmy Allison's advice and covered the clutch pedal. I assume he disengaged it. Because it went boom and locked the rear up at 60 miles an hour. It looked like the front cylinder was seized seizing up and tore the cylinder right off the base. Timing was spot on, bike was running well, front plug color is a medium tan, rear a little darker, nothing close enough to indicate a green condition. I was running 2.5 turns out on a high-speed needle on an M35 linker. My elevation is 4,500 feet. What the fuck? This is my first flatty, and with the money I'm going to have to spend fixing this thing up, it'll be my last. New cylinders, having that nasty hole repaired in the front of the case, those cases. At least I have the pieces. I noticed I got both case halves. Lucky. Both tank halves were ruptured. One by the spark plug and one by the fins, resulting in 3 gallons of gasoline pouring over a hot engine with me astraddle it. Dodged a fucking bullet on that one. Most of the time they go in flames, burn to the ground. And just ruining my Oliver riding my cool classic finally buzz most harshly. I needed a good welder and parts, maybe some better karma too. Also my cylinders are 70 over, so I need to find better ones. Has anyone had any experience with new repop cylinders in between? I'm going to grab the camera here. Okay. And this is why, that's what's left of his front cylinder. Right there. Case parts everywhere. This is why those bikes will not run again until I can do them right. Because the parts have become almost unobtainable. And you can't trust people to fix it. I don't have the skills to fix a case. Okay? Duncan shows us the rule of that. And I don't want to do one of these. Right? This is why when you get an old bike, unless you specifically know where it came from and it's a good rider, and maybe even then, tear it all the way down. The green bug, I had to rewire it. The rear sprocket was loose. All these problems, and man had rode it for 7,000 miles. I get it. Problem. When you get an old bike, if you value your life, you tear it completely down. Motor, everything has to go. I don't care if it's a fresh restoration or not. That bike in the back, fresh restoration. I hope he lets me talk about it. What a nightmare. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.